was a great expedition of 1803. Voyagers across the ice. The tension rising.
Please, I'm in this story. Go. Welcome to the episode that it is now, which is
Number 12.
episode 12.
Yeah. Do you know what? I had a feeling you weren't going to...
Yeah.
I almost said to you, remember it's episode 12. I nearly did it.
But you didn't.
No, I didn't.
And
So
this
here
is
we
where
are.
we are.
Yeah. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Gaz.
And this is
Bromantic. Lovely.
I really wanted to start this podcast with a really good story. I know we
Yeah.
discussed this beforehand,
Yeah.
but I haven't actually done anything this week that's really interesting. I fixed a couple of toilets.
Wonderful.
Yeah. I tell you what I did do.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I put up some guttering and I was really proud of it.
Nice.
That is essentially the highlight of my week.
Top 10 content. Ryan puts up guttering.
I know. And people are listening going, that's really shit. But I can honestly tell you, when I put this up, I was like, fucking I am.
Super duper proud.
Yeah. Like, I took
Good.
a picture of it.
You should. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
And it'll be posted. No, it won't.
No, yeah.
I'll put a picture of your guttering up.
Shut up. If you're not
With my
watching on
guttering.
audio-
Oh, this is annoying.
No. You have to put a little
Nothing happened.
a little Bromantic logo here for the start. No one will be any the wiser.
No anything.
I actually also, I normally
That's
come into
annoying.
these. Oh my God.
Still nothing happened.
Yeah. I come into these podcasts and I normally feel really well prepared.
Mm.
I always feel I sit down and I've got it all.
Yeah.
I've got my segment, but because my segment, once again, is something a little bit different,
Mm.
I feel like I'm coming empty-handed.
Well, my segment is entirely different today.
Yeah. But you're well prepared for it, aren't you?
Mhm.
No, don't do that. It can't be worse than that.
Possibly. So my segment is kind of in two parts.
Yeah.
So I've got like they're kind of related,
Yep.
but in two parts nonetheless. So I don't know. Should I do like the first part now?
Yeah, let's do
and
it.
then do the second part after.
I'm super buzzed to do it, so I would like to do it.
Okay, we'll do the first part now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this week my segment is called.
I've got to read it out in a good voice, remember?
Go on then.
So I can't remember what we called it.
We didn't carry on.
I
You
don't-
name it. You know what it's about. Name it.
I know it's about well enough. Read it out and I'll name it. Tell the audience what it is and I'll name it. And I'm going to smash it.
Okay, so it's like everyday sayings that people say. You're just going to say what I said, aren't you? Whatever, Ryan. You're just ruining my segment before it's even
Hang on,
started.
hang on.
Go on.
God, why is it making me laugh every time? Everyday sayings that people say
Such a bell end.
with gas. That's the bit I
Such a
look forward to the
nightmare.
most. I don't even Z you anymore.
Oh,
Gas.
ruined it. Ruined it.
Everyday sayings that people say. It's not very snappy, is it?
No.
It's not laughing while
So, all right, mate. Fucking hell. It's new, okay? All right. So, this is all thanks to my brother,
Okay.
who I was actually playing a game like this with, and I thought it's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
So that's where I've got this idea from.
Thank you, Gaz's brother.
Thanks, bro. So they're idioms. That's the word I was looking for. From around the world.
Can I call it that?
Idioms from around the
Yeah.
world. Perfect. Boom.
Idioms from around the world with gas. Oh, God.
Wonderful.
Stop laughing at that.
So obviously they're from around the world. So some of these are translated, but I think they come in to quite a thing. So I'm going to read you what it is. You have to tell me what you think it means.
Okay.
All right? First one.
Here we go.
Pulling an old cow out of the ditch.
I really don't want to say what I think that means.
Go on.
Nah, let me have a little think. Should I just try and quickfire these?
Yeah, go on then.
Yeah, pulling an old cow out of a ditch. I think that is a little bit like can't teach an old dog new tricks and means it's hard to do.
Okay. Wrong.
God.
So it's bringing up an old argument. So
That's quite good.
the argument, like an old cow, should just be left there.
Fair enough. I went to what I really thought it meant.
What did you think?
Nah, because I know you wouldn't make it mean that, so it's...
What?
I thought it meant like stubborn old women.
Jesus Christ.
No, that's what I thought it meant.
Next one. Straighten the horns and kill the bull.
Fudging hell, I've got no idea.
Straighten the horns and kill the bull.
Does it mean to take away someone's defences? Like, out-argue them? Like, you know what I'm trying to say here? I think that's... I can't go too far into it. I think that's probably... It means beat them by taking away their argument.
No.
Okay, what does it mean?
It means to mess something up by insisting on correcting a minor flaw.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah. That's where I was going the whole time.
I wasn't a million miles out, but I was definitely wrong.
If I turned around to you, sir, and I said, there's no cow on the ice, what do I mean?
It's terrible what goes through my mind. But...
These all seem to be cow-related and bull-related as well.
Yeah, you love your cattle. I just want to also point out, I'm loving this. I think it means you're safe. You can get away with it, it's no problem.
I'll give you that one.
Smashed it.
There's no reason to panic.
Oh.
There's no cow on the ice, don't panic.
Yeah. I like that one. I'm going to start using that.
This one. Pretend to be an Englishman.
Get on with it.
No. So, it's to pretend that you're innocent and have no idea what's going on.
That's a bit brutal, that.
And that is from Serbia. So I think they may have trust issues with us.
Yeah, I don't think
in
they
England.
like us very much. Yeah, that's great. I like that.
Not my circus, not my monkeys.
Oh, that's... It's not my business.
Yeah, not
Keep
my
my nose
problem.
out. Yeah.
Not my problem.
Yeah, I've heard that be used that
Ain't
way.
my circus, ain't my monkeys.
I like that one. That's a good one, that.
God gives nuts to the man with no teeth.
I think it means it's like the opposite of when life gives you lemons. It's like you're going to get challenges. If you've got problems, he'll give you more problems.
No.
No, it doesn't mean that. What the hell does that mean?
It's like, it's an Arabic saying that comments on the inherent irony of life. So, God gives nuts to the man with no teeth.
Oh, I wasn't a million miles out. Yeah, if you've already got problems, he'll chuck more on.
Hmm.
I guess the key word there's irony, isn't it? I didn't
Yeah.
concentrate on the irony side.
Yeah.
All right, fair dues. I like that as well. I feel like I feel that problem as well.
I mean, I think you're going to get this incredibly wrong because I can't see how this tallies up.
Come on, Ryan.
To set the dogs on someone.
I was thought to set the dogs on someone meant you're going to get the boys on them.
Yeah, that's exactly what I would have thought.
Hang on. Let me have a little think, see if I can think of something that means to set the dogs on them. I feel like this is more like puppies, and I feel like set the dogs on them is, give them a good time.
I mean, you're closer than what I ever thought you would be. So to set the dogs on someone is to flirt with someone in Latin America.
Oh, that's because like the dogs, isn't it? In Latin America.
Ow!
You ain't on my dog.
To flirt
I'm
with
going to
someone.
the dogs on them, man.
Is that your Latin American?
Just get rid of that. I am very sorry to anyone.
Latin America, yeah.
Yeah, that's awful. 3 out of 10.
Going where the... I'm going to probably pronounce this wrong. Going where the Tsar goes on foot.
What is the Tsar? Can I know
It's
that?
spelt capital C-Z-A-R. Going where the Tsar goes on foot.
Capital C-Z-A-R.
Hmm.
The Chazar
Chazar it is.
goes on foot.
Going where the Chazar goes on foot.
I think that's like a holy thing.
Hmm.
And I think that means going somewhere bad. Going somewhere you don't want to go. Do you
You're
actually more
so
specific?
close.
Oh,
You are
God's
so
sake.
close.
I don't think I'm going to get better than that, honestly.
All right. You're very close. But it's a Russian saying to go to the toilet. Going where the
That's a really good
Tsar
expression,
goes
yeah.
on foot. Yeah.
I like it that you...
And it's the only place he wasn't carried to. He was carried everywhere, but the only place he wasn't was when he went to the toilet.
So he is
Whoever
like a very important person.
Yeah, it must be like a... So I thought you were very, very close with this. Feeding the donkey sponge cake.
Having a treat. That's what I think that means. I think that's...
You had sponge cake and went with it.
I did. That's really annoying.
You were like... it didn't matter what the rest of the saying was. Right. You had sponge cake and were on board.
Do you know what? I didn't put anything to donkey or nothing. I didn't. You're so right. It's so annoying.
Sponge cake treat? Where?
I was like having a treat. That donkey deserves it. Ah, mate. I'm gonna. Can I rethink it a little bit?
Of course you can. Yes.
I'm gonna think donkey's a bit of a jackass, and I think it's a trick.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it means tricking someone.
No.
Oh, isn't it?
It means to
treat.
Essentially, it means to give special treatment to someone who doesn't need it.
Oh, pissing hell. I was.
You weren't a million miles off.
But all I did,
just so you heard sponge cake and that was it.
That is it, yeah.
I mean, I'd be surprised if you heard sponge. You just heard cake.
I probably did, to be honest with you.
Yeah, well, who said cake? Where?
Yeah. I feel I've let myself down there, honestly.
To live like a maggot in bacon.
I mean, I honestly feel that means to have a great time. To just enjoy yourself. Is that not right?
No, it is.
Oh, it is? Oh,
Yeah,
God, yeah.
pretty
Well, you're
much.
making me try and doubt myself.
So it's essentially almost like a pig and shit.
Yeah, that's
It's
what
a similar sort of, yeah. It's a German saying
German, right.
that regards living like a maggot in bacon as an inevitable state of being.
Yeah.
I'm not hanging noodles on your ears.
I'm not hanging noodles on you.
Ryan, I'm not hanging noodles on your ears, mate.
That kind of reminds you of I'm not teaching you how to suck eggs. Because
I can see that. I
always thought that was the weirdest expression.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I've got a clue how to suck eggs. What does that even mean? Why am I sucking eggs?
It's Russian for I'm telling you the truth. I'm not lying to you.
Yeah.
I mean, I know where noodles comes from in that. But
I'm not lying to you. I'm not hanging noodles on your ears.
I'm not hanging noodles on your ears, mate.
I don't really get that either.
Ryan, I'm not hanging noodles on your ears.
Unless the word in Russian for noodle sounds like lie, and I'm not putting lies on your ears. That's called reaching.
That's what we're going with.
Yeah. Just so everyone knows, I don't know the first bit about Russian, and I've gone for that.
A camel cannot see its own hump.
Oh, that's got to be something to do with arrogance. Someone who doesn't see their own problems.
Yes.
Yeah.
Equivalent of pot calling kettle black.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't see your own flaws, but you're hypocritical, essentially.
You're my least favourite.
What, being hypocritical?
Anyone being hypocritical.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you meant you then. I was
that
like,
actually,
that's
when we
my
talk about
least
pet
favourite.
peeves, sometimes I reconsider what my pet peeves are. And I think, that doesn't actually... Well, I listened back to the episode and I was like, that doesn't even bother me that much compared to some things. Compared to hypocrites.
Yeah. Yeah, you're probably right. To give someone a pumpkin.
There are a few things that I'm kind of like going towards with this. Now, I don't know if this is like Halloween based, and I'm giving them a pumpkin. I'm gonna scare them, or this is like pumpkin pie. I'm giving them the start of something.
Get your mind off cake, for God's sake.
It's
I don't know
goes.
if it's something to do with cake, or if it's something to do with pie, or maybe a treat of some description.
Some sort of pastry-based dessert.
We're going to take a quick break so Ryan can eat, because clearly he's hungry.
Yeah, sorry. So that wasn't my real guess.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
To give someone a pumpkin, I'm going to go with Cinderella and the Ball, and the pumpkin turns into the.
Keep along that line, because you're going to get this. If you carry on down that line, you could get this from that. To give someone a pumpkin.
Yeah, well, obviously, take them to the ball, take them somewhere nice.
Come on.
I don't like it. I give them a car.
So what?
Because the pumpkin turns into a. Why can't I get that word? Horse and cart. It turns into the cart. So if I'm going to give them a pumpkin,
But then the horse and cart turns into.
a pumpkin again.
And what happens at that point?
You're going to give them like a booby trap.
No.
Oh.
What does she do when it turns into a pumpkin?
Back into a pumpkin. She goes home.
So to give someone a pumpkin would be
Send them home?
to stand them up.
Awful.
Yeah. I mean,
Stand
I
them up.
thought you'd get there. I thought you would get there. You didn't.
I was too busy thinking positive on it. I didn't actually see the negative side of it. I was just
you
like,
were like,
go to the ball.
to take them partying.
Yeah, yeah.
To go to the discotheque.
Yeah.
Go give them a pumpkin.
Yeah. I was just going to be like, I'll give you a pumpkin. You know what I mean? I was, and then you were like, don't do that.
Please don't.
Yeah, yeah.
This will be a lonely podcast.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's the first segment. Now, the second segment later on is going to be along those lines, but I'm just going to give you famous English sayings.
I could do that
And
all
then
day.
here's what I want you to do,
Yeah.
just to think about later, is think of what it means, first of all, and then the origin, where you think it originated from.
Ah, jeez.
So that's where we're going to go with that one. All right? That's for later.
This is going to be quite a quote heavy, phrase heavy.
Yeah, mate.
So my segment, it's not even going to be point scoring this time.
Oh, that's editing key. Thank
I
you.
know, yeah, you're most welcome.
Carry on.
What do you know what the overall score is?
It is 6-5, I think.
To me.
Yes.
So I'm no longer doing point scoring segment.
You added too many lateral thinking things in.
Yeah. It's all
on
just fun-based.
what's hilarious is on the last couple of episodes, we've both gone, yeah, you smashed that, Ryan. Yeah, you did really well. Yeah, you did it. And then I've edited it and gone, actually, it's the other way around.
Yeah. I did think you won the last one, though. Because of you got 6 right in a row at the end. And I thought, well, that's got to be the win.
I mean, the end result was like 9-5 or something.
Yeah.
Like, you got annihilated, mate.
Yeah, no.
I haven't put it in the podcast that you got annihilated.
Yeah. Well, I'll do it to you. There were some easy ones in there for you to get, to be fair.
Yeah. I enjoy the riddles. I enjoy them.
Yeah. I can tell you really do take your time and have a good
Yeah, I
think about
know.
it.
I do take my time.
Yeah.
You don't see the
I have
cut-out
naps
parts.
on,
You don't see the cut. My issue is on riddles and stuff is that we're doing it in a podcast format, so I shouldn't really take my time with it. But I must figure out the answer. You cannot tell me. So, like, if someone in day-to-day life tells me a riddle, they quite often get to a point where they're like, "Oh, do you want me to tell you?" And I'm like, "No, I don't. I will figure this out. Like, I have to work out what's gone on here." And on the podcast one, we only have a certain amount of time.
I know,
Like, we could be
yeah.
here till the morning with me just thinking.
I just want to tell you that beauty is
Fuck
in the
off.
eye of the
Get
beholder.
out of here.
Has crossed my
Oh.
mind so many times.
My sisters listened to that episode,
Oh, you go on.
and they really enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
And that's what's annoying. And I was like, that's not a one. They were like, yeah, of course it is.
Yeah.
Like, I totally agreed with you. And I was
It's
like,
an
no.
expression. That's why it's a riddle.
Yeah, but it's not a
You're
thing.
being too literal with it.
B.
Yeah.
If someone's holding a bee, what's in their eye?
They're the
Go away.
beholder.
Go away.
Beauty.
If you agree with Ryan,
You're a very good person.
cut yourself out of my life.
And bring yourself into mine.
You're still welcome in the Bromantic Team.
Yeah. Just cut out gas. That's fine. If you just get the screen and just push it that way a little bit, or this way a little bit, I can't even work
Slide
it out.
out.
So for my segment, we're just going to do some philosophical quotes. I hate when you do that.
Did you hear the last time you said that?
Ah, you're a crook. A crook and a cretin. I would never do that to you. Right, I'm going to do some philosophical quotes.
I bet we are. I've heard that before.
Stop it. And essentially, we're gonna tap into them a little bit.
Excellent.
Have a little chat about them.
Okay.
Do as many as you want.
Right. Game.
I've only got 3, so
Oh.
no, I'm just kidding. I've got loads.
Right.
Right. Some of these are very clear cut, simple what they mean, but I think it's just interesting to.
So this isn't like a competition?
I said to you, this isn't a competition. This one.
Lovely. Fine.
This is just general chit chat. I think some people. I mean, I love listening to quotes and things like that. So I thought, I'll just chuck a few in there.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it makes for good listening. People enjoy listening to them.
All right. I'm game.
So, first one.
Entire podcast has changed format. Carry on.
What format?
Yeah. True. True.
You told me it was free flow. Right. This is a Pythaggy. Big Pythaggy. Educate the children, and it won't be necessary to punish the men.
Oh Jesus.
I told you, man. We're going in. I love that one.
That's a bit deep.
Yeah, I think it should be.
Although I think it should be educate them as children, and you won't have to punish the men. Because otherwise it just seems a little bit abusive.
Well, no. Well, okay, how I took that, I think we've taken it differently.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think it just essentially means it's talking about one timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah, educate the children to
So
be
that
good people.
Then when they become men.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah,
need to
I
punish
mean,
them.
that's exactly how I took it. Which is why I think that it needs to be educate them as children, and you won't have to punish them as men.
Yeah, okay. I mean, it's Pythagoras. It's a while back.
Oh, fine. Well, as long as he said it then.
Yeah.
Just because he's famous.
I mean,
The fame's got to his head.
just leaves out words now.
Yeah.
Look after the kids. Adults will be not punished. cheers, Pythaggy. Appreciate that.
Cheers, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, but in all seriousness, I really enjoy that one. I feel like
Very true.
I think it's timeless.
Yeah.
I like anything that's timeless. I think
agree.
things are good. Yeah. So next one. What we achieve inwardly will change outer reality.
I don't understand that in the slightest. What we achieve inwardly,
Will change outer reality.
is that kind of talking about your perception?
Mentality, perception,
yeah.
attitude.
So, like, if you can sort your brain out, you'll be well all right.
Goes on what we were kind of talking about last week.
Yeah.
Having some kind of like mental edge. I do personally, I love the way that that's worded as well.
Do you?
What we change inwardly.
Yeah.
What we achieve inwardly can change our reality. It's like if you believe it, if you can achieve it, if you think you can do it, if you.
I was really hoping you wouldn't say achieve it after believe it. You can believe it. You can achieve it.
I did it, okay?
Loved it. I loved every minute.
Yeah, good. Yeah. But if you do. No, I can't say
Say it one more
seriously.
time. Say it one more time.
No, I'm not. No.
It's essentially what they say at when you send your kids to camp. That's what
Yeah.
they base it on.
Yeah, that is. This is the adult version.
If you can believe it, you can achieve it.
And that was said by Plutarch.
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 Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I don't know who that is. So
Oh, you look like you were like, idiot.
yeah, you mean
You
Plutarch?
mean-
You mean Plutarch?
Yeah, exactly.
Plutarch.
That's how I was going to pronounce it. Yeah. Oh, Plutarch. Idiot.
Needs it in that way. It's Plutarch.
I like that one. Oh, Plutarch. Oh, that was much better. Oh, yeah, that's good. Right. This is I think we're going through this right now.
No.
The journey is what brings us happiness, not the destination.
Ah.
Eh.
So funny you say that, I listened to a podcast today, actually. I won't plug it because ours is better. That was talking about sort of starting businesses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he's kind of one of these guys that assists people, business development and stuff like that, and helps them. And he says one of the first things he ever asks people is, are you going to enjoy the journey? Because the only thing that's guaranteed is that the journey is going to be hard. That's the only thing that's guaranteed when it's starting a business or starting anything, I guess you could relate it to, is that the journey there is going to be difficult. The end result is never guaranteed. You're never guaranteed to be successful. You're never guaranteed anything towards the end or to reach that goal.
Yeah.
The only part that's guaranteed is the journey. And if you're not willing to try and enjoy or suffer through the struggle of the journey, then don't bother.
Yeah.
Because it's the only thing I can tell you for 100% is going to happen. So I think that's very, very true.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I just want to say as well on our journey, we hit 100 subscribers today on YouTube.
100 for all you naysayers. Didn't
Yeah.
think we could make it.
Do we have any haters?
Loads. There's a whole page on it. Yeah. Google Bromantic. You'll see it come up.
That's just us hating ourselves.
Google Bromantic.
Yeah.
Continually.
Yeah. Oh, I just took me a while to click onto that, didn't it?
Ryan's like, no, don't do that. It's
Yeah.
fine. Great.
Actually, just go onto the YouTube. Why would they want to do that?
Yeah. Go on the YouTube.
Oh. It was all a cunning plan. I nearly said,
Why to be
you
top
gave
ranked?
them a pumpkin. But it
Well,
just-
we top ranked on Google.
yeah. We're trending. But yeah, no, 100 subscribers. So thank you, everyone who subscribed on Yapatube.
I just want to also say that thanks to you, sir, I am enjoying the journey.
And thanks to you, sir, I'm enjoying the journey. Yes, this has been everything I wanted it to be and more. Really.
Yes, absolutely.
Really got into it. Yeah, I hate ones like this.
Right.
Now it is true. I just think it's lazy. I don't know. I don't really like ones like this. It's not deep enough. It doesn't.
Doesn't
So
make
it
you
says,
think.
yeah, exactly. It says make improvements, not excuses. Seek respect, not attention.
How can you not like that?
Because it's obvious.
Yeah. What do you mean? What do you want him to code it and say it again?
Yeah.
Like it's nice that it's obvious.
No, I'm not. I just, for me, that's like, duh. Like,
What
you
does it
don't
mean?
say. It means that's the thing. It's so. I feel like if someone needs to tell you that.
I mean, that was kind of the joke.
Oh,
Twat. What does it mean, Ryan? It means to seek.
yeah, I didn't catch that. But I'm a bit upset now that went over my head.
Yeah. I was surprised when you started to explain it. I was like,
I wasn't going to explain it, but I was just like, it is. That's what I hate about it. It should be more like.
Go on, give me another.
I know.
Give me
I'm
no
really
pressure.
trying. Attention is sought by a fool, and no one respects a fool.
Yep.
The man who is always late has excuses, but the man who is never late makes improvements. It just.
I didn't get that.
Oh, piss off. Next one. I've got one actually that I use myself.
Okay.
God, that was really flamboyant, isn't it? I didn't enjoy that at all. I've got one that I really like. People on Spotify and iTunes right now just having there, but this is what reminded me of it. So if you aim at nothing, you will hit it every time. Once again, I'm not really keen on that because I feel like, of course.
If you aim at nothing, you'll hit it every time. Oh,
Yeah.
right. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, it's good. I don't mind it, but I feel like once
Yeah.
again, it's like, well, of course you've aimed at nothing. What do you expect?
I mean, is that just telling you not to set your expectations high? Or?
No, I think it means if you do nothing, you'll get nothing.
Oh.
Yeah. If you never try, never fail, you know?
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I took that a completely different way.
How do you take it? I don't actually.
As in, if you don't set your expectations too high, then you'll succeed. Like
Oh.
that kind of.
I don't know if it's not too far off of what I'm
Like
kind of.
if you aim at nothing, you'll never miss, kind of thing. Like.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, that is what it's saying. If you aim at nothing, you'll hit it every time. But I take that as if you don't bother, you'll get that result.
Yeah. No, I can see it.
Yeah.
I see what you mean.
But the one that I love, which I actually, like I say it,
Right.
is shoot for the moon, because if you miss, you'll end up in the stars.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
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 Aim as high as you can and go for it.
Yeah.
Because even if you don't make it, you'll end up somewhere.
Yeah. 100%.
I'm
Yeah.
up.
That is a lovely saying.
Yeah, I'm there for that. That's a bit of me that is definitely. I like this one, but I feel like once again it's one of those obvious ones, but I just like it.
Right.
Again, I think it's
Does it
something that
involve
we're.
cake?
It doesn't, but it could. In fact, I thought it was about cake when I read it.
Of course you did. Why wouldn't you?
No great thing is created suddenly.
It takes at least an hour and a half.
Yeah. You must have
A
bake
lot
a
of
cake.
mixture and acting like you know how to bake a cake.
Oh, I just said bake a cake. That's what I said. I don't know how to make a cake.
Yeah, I was going
I
to
know how to
say.
eat a cake.
You definitely don't bake them.
No, I don't. Do you know what? I think if I retired, I don't know, if I had loads of time on my hands, I think baking is something I'd like to learn. I know when I said that, I was like,
We know what Ryan's doing with his retirement. He's become a baker.
you'll see me on, what's that baking show called? Celebrity Bake It? I don't know.
So
Bake Off? Celebrity
That's
Bake
it.
Off, yeah.
Celebrity Bake Off,
If you
yeah.
ever catch me on that,
yeah.
I'm
when
a
we're
celebrity.
when we're massive and famous from
Yeah.
YouTube.
That's it. 100 subscribers.
Yeah. Whoop whoop. Then you'll see Ryan on Bake Off.
Yeah. You'll have to be there. You'll have to be Team Bromantic.
What, a bake-off? Mate, I would just eat them.
That's fine.
I want to be a judge.
You can't
I
be a
get
judge.
to eat them. Of course I can.
You can't just
So
be.
like guy that doesn't like cake.
I'm going to be a judge. And they're like, whoa, shit.
Yeah. I'm like, I think it'd be really good for your TV if you just got like this fat guy to eat cake and tell you if it's nice or not.
Well, you've got two experts, world renowned. I'm fat.
The issue is the judging panel would be like, it's really good, but you need more texture. You need more, I feel like the cream to jam ratio. And then we cut to the next one who's a similar comment. She cut to me with cake all over my face. Going, so good. It's really something. I thought it was all right.
Yeah. More cake next time.
They only gave me a little portion, so I can't really tell.
Yeah. So no greater thing is created, doesn't me?
Of course not. Yeah. Yes, back to serious.
I do, like I say, I like that.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I think that speaks things like that which I like. Some things say 1,000 words.
Yeah.
People are frustrated it's not happening for them. Perfect. I've not read this one yet. I'm just going to read it out loud and see if it works. Criticism is something we can avoid easily by saying nothing, doing nothing, and being nothing. That's really great.
Right. You're going to have to read that again.
Oh, absorb it, all right?
Yeah.
Criticism is something we can avoid easily by saying nothing, doing nothing, and being nothing.
Oh.
What are you taking away from that?
Like, you're always going to get criticised if you do something.
That's it.
So if you just do nothing, if you don't like it, like, there's always going to be haters. Fuck the haters.
Yeah.
That's what it means.
That's what it says to me. That's
Luckily,
exactly what
at
it
100
says.
subscribers, we don't have any haters.
Oh,
so
no.
big deals.
Yeah. But we're just lovable rogues.
We're just loved by 100 people.
Yeah. Everyone's like, love you guys.
Just so you'll know, I've got 70 people in my family. So Rana's 30 in his.
I was going to say, yeah. Literally leant into saying.
Yeah.
Damn it.
No, I do enjoy that, actually. That's quite... It's a bit of a mouthful, though.
Yeah. But I feel like it really encapsulates.
Encapsulates, carry on.
What did I say?
Encapsulates.
Encapsulates. Oh, excuse me. It's late. Anyway, I think it really encapsulates that you shouldn't worry if people criticise you.
Yeah.
You're doing something. I think that's great.
People only criticise something that they see as actually... Like, it means something's happening.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah. I hate ones like this. When
Good.
you love what you have everything you need. Get
So
out
true.
of here. I don't
It's
want to
true.
hear that. Oh, I don't like it.
It's true.
Everyone thinks of changing the world, but no one thinks of changing themselves.
Mm.
I don't agree with that.
You don't?
I don't.
Why?
I think I regularly think about changing myself.
And don't think about changing the world.
No, I ain't doing that.
Ain't my job.
Ain't my circus, ain't my monkeys.
Yes!
Told you I'd use it.
Yeah. I think that's quite true, though. I think, like, there's another way, there is a saying that
I'm not Greta.
pot kettle black.
Does that work?
The camel's hump one. A camel does not
camel
look at
doesn't see his own hump.
Yeah. Camel doesn't see his own hump, mate.
Been hypocrite.
People want to change everything around them, but they're not happy to. It reminds me of a video I've seen, maybe quite controversial. So there was like a protest about immigration or whatever, to let people come into the country.
Love
across
this
the
video.
borders and all that lot. So a guy went out with a clipboard pretending to sign people up to let an immigrant live with them in their home. And all of the people protesting, like, not what I'm sure, to be fair, he probably went out for quite a while. There may have been some people that said yes, but this video was just people going, I would, but yeah, I can't,
I rent,
I just,
so
yeah.
I can't take anyone in. It's against my tenancy agreement.
So there's just this thing that I have to, someone else could take him. And like, he says that to them, but it's up to someone else, is it? And they're like, yeah, people should definitely. And it's quite, that's what that reminds me of.
Yeah, fair enough. I think the reason I'm...
Not that I'm showing my political way in either side here.
No. You're just telling me about a
Just
video.
telling a video I watched, yeah.
I
Trump
think...
2024.
What were you saying?
Trump 2024. Build the wall.
Actually, do you know he can be president from jail? Because he's going to go to prison.
Why is he going to prison?
Because he's broken so many laws.
Has he?
I'm going to use a word now. So many indictments? Yeah. There was a thing he did in America.
Right.
And apparently he had like top secret information in his home that he'd taken from the White House and stuff like that. Like super
Really?
illegal, yeah. Apparently he's going to go to prison, but you can be president from prison. The reason that you can be is because they just thought it would never happen. So there's no law against it.
No.
And now look.
Yeah, but isn't there like a law that if you've got a criminal record, you can't be the president? There isn't?
No.
Wow.
No.
Okay.
So, yeah, there you go. That's just a little interesting thing for everyone there.
Yeah, just to clarify, even though I say stuff like this, I've got zero, as you can tell, no idea about what's going on in American politics or...
Got no dog in that fight.
No dog in that fight.
Yeah. Yeah.
No pickle in that tickle.
Just make that one up.
No cheese in that grass.
Okay, they're made up.
No monkey in that circus.
Yeah. Not my monkey.
You know,
not my circus.
yeah, 100%.
I like this one. This is a bit of me.
You said that about every single one, Carrie.
No, I've not liked some as well.
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
I'll just give you my opinion of it before I say it.
Yeah.
Can I do that?
No.
Okay.
It's your segment, I don't care.
Also, you never introduced my segment.
Oh, but you didn't give me a name.
That's always laughing while learning.
Oh.
Always learning.
It's time for some more laughing while learning with Ryan.
Nicely saved. Nicely saved. I don't know if you're going to jump in with midway through.
Yeah. It's time for stuff.
Yeah. The checkpoint.
Yeah.
I hate how bad my impression is of when you do that. I'm like, the checkpoint. Like,
Like I'm
not even close.
some sort of pirate.
I know.
The checkpoint, hearties.
Learning while learning. I could do an impression of a pirate.
Very
Right.
well.
The more you know, you don't know. Love that.
The more you know, you don't know. Or did you just read that wrong?
No, that's what it says. The more you know, you don't know.
Oh, the more you know, you don't. Right, got you. Sorry, the way you read that was very strange. For a second, I thought you'd just
Of course,
read
it's
the
my
first
fault.
bit twice. Yeah.
Not that you didn't get it.
The more you know, you don't know. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely true.
Yeah, I love that one. That's a
Yeah.
bit of me, that.
Right.
Can
What's there's a smart man knows that he knows nothing. Like it goes from
Oh, yeah.
what is it?
I know what you're doing. I don't know
Yeah. Oh, a wise man knows that he knows nothing, or something like that.
I like the one similar to what you're doing is a wise man speaks when he has something to say.
Yeah,
A fool speaks because he has to say something.
yeah.
Similar to that. Not that, but along those kind of lines.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like those ones, yeah. I like this one from Aristotle.
Of course you do.
We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. It's pretty good, that, isn't it?
That is very good.
Essentially, that's practice makes perfect.
Yeah.
That is the longer version of that, really. I like it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. I think a lot of people would probably disagree with that as well.
Why?
I just think there are a lot of people out there that not like... I think there's a lot of excuse makers.
100%.
Yeah.
World's full of them.
Yeah. And I don't think that everyone's going to be like, yeah, no, if you keep trying, you'll be excellent.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't always work like that, does it?
Yeah.
Like, God, I think-
But to be fair to those people, it doesn't always work like that. I think you're fooling people if you're going to be like, no matter how hard, like, if you just keep trying, you'll make it. No, you won't.
I'm not saying you'll make
necessarily.
it. I'm saying you can perform excellence.
Yes. All right.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm
As
saying,
long as that's
yeah.
the thing, like
Yeah. That's all it says.
you can do anything you want to. No, you can't.
Yeah. No. We have two lives. And the second one begins when we realise we only have one.
I hate that.
I know. I knew you
hate
would.
that.
Do you know what? When
Oh,
I
that's
was reading,
awful.
just when I remembered which one that was going to be, I was like, oh.
That's awful. That's
Yeah.
rubbish. The second one begins. So we realise.
I personally think that's talking about trauma.
How is that talking about trauma?
I think that's people who are quite blasé and then something happens to them to make them kind of be like, whoa, I've only got one swing at this. I don't think that's actually just me being like, well, of course I only live once.
Yeah, like that's all that was it. Oh, were you confused the first time?
Yeah,
Were
do
you?
you know what I mean? I think it's someone who takes life for granted.
Okay.
Because it's quite a philosophical thing.
Why did you
Philosophical.
struggle saying that?
Philosophical. I don't know. Philosophical.
Philosophical. Why is it so philosophical? Go, Ryan.
Do you know what? I can't even say it wrong when I'm thinking
It's
about
time for Philosophical with Ryan.
it. Oh, if you've edited out the first one, I want everyone to know it's the second time I've done that. Philosophical.
Right, you carry on with what you were saying, the philosophical.
How do I say it wrong?
I don't know. You'd have to say it again for me to tell you.
Philosophical. That's right.
That's right, philosophical.
I don't even know how I'm doing it. I feel like I can't even say it wrong. And then I do it. I don't even understand.
Philosophical.
Yeah. Yeah. I have often regretted my speech, but never my silence.
Yeah.
I was going to say, you're going to do what I did. You're going to go,
Yeah.
nah.
No.
There's many times where you can regret being silent.
100%. You should have spoken up. You should have said something. You should have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who said that?
Doesn't say.
Good. Probably ashamed of it.
Yeah, that's fair.
They've not been to an airport and heard see something, say something, and then been in a tragic accident.
Yeah. Oh, this one's pretty good. We suffer more in imagination than in reality.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
I think, what is it someone said to me the other day? Depression, you'll worry about the past. Anxiety, you worry about the future.
Yeah.
So just focus on the now.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of what that's.
Well, I think, you build things up in your head like it's going to be a hell of a lot worse than what it is. And a really good, bit of advice on that, which is from, unfortunately, I can't remember the gentleman's name. He's one of the guys that do SAS Who Dares Wins. He's in an interview and they ask him, what advice do you have on, the build up to a situation? Obviously, he's been through a lot of stressful, I'm going in to do this kind of thing. And he says to make a list of all the things that are worrying you about the upcoming situation. And he says, and all the ones you cannot change, cross them off that list. You can't do anything about them, nothing. And anything you can do something about, do it. And that's how he's managed to push himself through going into all these situations. Because once you realise that there's these bits, I can't do anything about them. What am I going to do? Don't sit there and panic and fret and over them, because you know there's nothing you can do. For example, I have a enormous fear of public speaking. It's probably my only fear that I can think of in the world that I think.
I've seen you do it a few times.
Yeah, but I can't stand it. I cannot stand it. For example, I've been the best man at weddings twice. One for my brother and one for a very, very good friend of mine. And my brother's wedding, he had 3 best men. And I said to my brother, I'll be a best man, providing I don't have to make a speech.
Cool.
And I didn't make a speech
at
his wedding, which I do regret, to be fair, because I think I would have liked to have said something. I know.
Let me go back.
Yeah,
let me
go on.
I have often regretted my speech, never my silence.
Right there.
Yep, we've got that wrong.
But yeah, no, I do regret not saying something at his wedding, because at the time I saw it as just a kind of I almost see myself as disrespectful now for not saying something. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
I
think
wedding,
disrespectful
do you know what I mean?
a bit. Yeah, but I know what you're saying.
I also think it would have been lovely for me to say something. Do you know what I mean?
That's what I'd regret.
Yeah.
I definitely feel. I can actually feel you're regretting this. Most of the time, I'm like, oh no, don't feel bad about it. But I've got to say, I know I'd feel the same as you.
And then the other one was I was the only best man, so I had to make a speech.
That's fair.
And all the way to the build-up of the speech, bearing in mind we were at the wedding, I couldn't eat my food. I couldn't, I was shaking. I don't know, maybe 100.
8,000. No,
yeah. But I couldn't. And my missus sitting next to me at the table, and I'm turning to her and I'm going, I can't do this. Genuinely, the fear inside me, building up. I was sweating. I was sitting there.
What was her response?
Yes, you can. She was yeah, you're probably not.
Yeah.
I can't do this. Well, don't then.
Well, you just shut up.
I mean, it's probably what I needed.
Yeah,
because it was just me being pathetic.
Steady on. I mean,
but
it's facing your fear. At the end of the day, though, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's still facing a fear.
Yeah.
Because to me, my mum always had a huge fear of spiders. And she's like, and I'd be like, a bit pathetic. But at the end of the day, I'm like, well, you are just, it's a fear.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not really pathetic to be afraid of something, but still have to confront it.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
so I will disagree with you on that one.
No, it was horrible. It was god awful. Like, if you saw the state I was in before, and then I did it, I mean, I don't know how it went. I kind of zoned out, you know, and you blank out, and I was like, I just sat down and I finished.
You didn't actually get up.
It was all in my head.
Thousands of people laughing and cheering, and you're just like,
and they carried me out on a chair when I finished. People thought it was my wedding. Yeah. So, no,
I remarried that day.
It was. Oh, mate, honestly, I can't stand it. But it is the build-up, because when I'm doing it, when I'm in the middle of doing it, it doesn't seem that bad. But all the way up to it, like days before, I'm panicking. I'm like, I know this has got to happen, and blah, 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 and all that lot. And not nice, not nice. Also, sorry, bro, for not saying stuff at your wedding.
Oh, he doesn't watch this.
I love you. Yeah, he's not watching. This is how we'll find out.
Yeah. This next one I'm going to do, I've kind of seen something similar to it, but it is one, I saw this quite a while back now, but it's one I really like.
Yeah.
When you feel that you've been buried and you're surrounded in darkness, think of yourself as you've been planted, and you will grow from this situation. And I quite like that. Go on, what do you hate?
I don't understand it.
So, there's definitely been times for me where there's too much. I'm buried right now.
Right.
Like, I actually am now struggling with the situation.
Okay.
It feels dark, almost.
Yeah, yeah.
And it kind of just says, imagine yourself now as a seed. And that you haven't been buried, you've been planted. And now this is your time to come out of this better.
Okay.
And
yeah.
I think in moments, maybe not worded it like that, but I kind of wish someone kind of said that to me.
Yeah.
Like, now thrive. Push yourself out and thrive.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. I get that then.
Yeah. I like that one.
Yeah.
But then again, that's kind of like how I like to have my mentality.
Yeah, yeah.
Is you can still do it.
I think the reason I didn't understand it is because
I did a long pause in the middle.
Alpha, and I such an alpha that nothing even bothers me, mate.
When you're born an oak tree, how can you be a seed?
That's it, mate.
Yeah.
When you're such a tank,
yeah.
how can you be crushed and buried? Do you know what I mean? Like a skyscraper. I'm really struggling. I'm really struggling. I'm struggling to think of anything. You said oak tree. I went nowhere with it. I couldn't think of a thing.
God, I literally kept it on the path.
Skyscraper.
When you said tank, I was like, where the fuck is he going? I can't help. I just had to watch and suffer. Do you know what? Go back to that, a man who says nothing. Do you know what I mean?
I regretted nothing what I didn't say.
Yeah, you should have just been silent.
Sorry. Oh, Jesus. Don't know what I was saying.
Oh, yeah, okay. Weak minds. I've gone instantly. I've read it from the bottom up. Okay. Strong minds discuss ideas.
Yeah.
Average minds discuss events. Weak minds discuss people. I like that.
Yeah, I like that. I enjoy that.
Yeah.
You gossipy, weak-minded fuckers.
Yeah. And if you're out there having a little gossip about Bromantic,
please gossip more.
Yeah, spread the word. We think you're strong-minded.
All press is good press.
Yeah.
We should just be like really, what's the word I'm looking for? Controversial.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say controversial.
Just to push a few viewers, get a bit of attention, and then be like, we're really sorry. Or just refuse to say sorry.
Yeah.
What?
No.
What?
No, it was too controversial.
Oh, okay, you're right.
It was way too controversial, I was going to say.
I mean, I was joking about actually doing it, and then you were just going to throw it out there.
What I was going to say was a joke, but
not too controversial of a joke.
It was... Next one, because none of that happened. For a man to conquer himself is the first and noblest of all victories. What do we think of that?
For a man to conquer himself is the first and noblest of all victories.
Yeah.
I quite enjoy that.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, beat your own demons.
That's a bit, for me, it's a better way of wording it.
Yeah.
I like that.
Beat your own demons is going to be the best thing you can do.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And is probably truly the most significant battle you will have.
Yeah.
And again, relating back to the advice on the last podcast.
Yeah, it
Do you know
really
what I mean?
is. Yeah.
You beat your own demons. That's what holds you back more than anything else in the
Slay
world.
your own dragons.
Yeah. Yes, that's perfect.
I didn't really rate that last one, but upon you saying that, quite like it.
Who's going to carry the boats?
Who's going to carry the boats?
I know
you
love
don't know
that.
me, son.
I know you love that.
You don't know me, son. I'd love that. Just upon that one there.
Yeah.
Who's going to carry the boats? The mentality and mindset of that isn't just about being great, but it's about being great to help others.
Yeah.
And
It's amazing.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Who's going to carry the boats?
Yeah.
I have to do this.
Yeah.
Because others won't.
Absolutely. It's just, it like encompasses so much more than just I want to be the best. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if no one else is going to do it, I'll do it. You know what I mean?
Love that.
Yeah.
I hate how much I love that. I get a little bit goosebumpy. Who's going to carry the boats? I'm like, who's going to go?
You're like, I am.
Yeah,
I'm going to
that's
carry them
literally
boats.
Just upon doing that podcast on the motivation, I'm actually starting training again tomorrow. So yeah, that actually worked for me.
Boom.
Just so if you're struggling with motivation,
Go watch episode 11.
Yeah.
Advice section.
yeah, but openly discuss motivation.
Yeah.
I think that was what really helped
As
me.
long as it's with someone that's not going to be like,
I like cake. Like, do you know what I mean? No, I'll just eat some pizza and
I
sit on
mean,
the
you
sofa.
could, but it is a Saturday, so
Yeah,
start again on Monday.
yeah. God.
That's probably the
Killer.
most detrimental thing I say to myself on anything. I'll start
really?
again I'll start on Monday. Why does it matter what fucking day you start?
No, I just start.
But I
when
do
want
it to myself
yeah.
all the time. Like, oh, it's all right. I'll start. You're on Tuesday though. Yeah, I'll start on Monday. It's fine.
Oh,
like, do you know what I mean? Like,
that's a nightmare. That is. That's what is it? I read something the other day. Procrastination is not a. It's not a something. It's a habit.
right.
So if you procrastinate something, it's because you have a habit of doing it.
Okay.
It's not because like it's something that you don't really want to do or something like that. It's because your habit is to procrastinate. You're so used to procrastinating things, you do it all the time. And I feel like that rung true with me. I was like, man, I do procrastinate a lot with things. I definitely push
Massively.
things back, yeah.
Well, it's something I said to you, isn't it? When we first started this podcast, we had a discussion because we'd said it a few times about we should do something, like we should do a podcast, something like that, and all that lot.
God, yeah.
And
It took 3 years.
when I am in something and like I'm there and we're doing it, I will give 150 million %.
Oh, yeah.
Like
I can vouch
I
for that.
will
100%, yeah.
I'll put everything I possibly can into what I'm doing. My issue is starting it.
Yeah.
So we had talked about it for God knows how long, doing it. And I'm so happy you did, rung me one day out of the blue
Yeah.
and just went, we got to do this fucking podcast thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I was like, yeah, I'm game. And I'll always be up for try. You know what I mean? And then it just takes that little kick. And it's probably one of my biggest downfalls with everything is it just takes that little kick. Because I know once we're there and now we're doing it, I'll give my everything to it. Do you know what I mean? Like as much as I can possibly do, I will. You know, you as well, we've given up so much sleep. We've, put ourselves out, we've inconvenienced ourselves in order to get this done. And I will do that. No problem at all.
Yeah.
But to get that, I just need that little kick. For some reason, it's the biggest annoyance for me.
That's
And it's one thing that my partner is very good at doing, is just
giving you a kick.
booting me a little and being
Yeah,
like,
that's good.
like, if you're going to do it, do it. Like,
Yeah, I think what I needed, which is what I got from my other half, was I was going, should I do? I kind of want to do it,
yeah,
but not like what's the point? But I was a bit like, she was like, you're the sort of person around that needs something.
yeah.
You've got to drive yourself with something. What better thing is there for you right now?
Yeah.
Like, you could go back in the gym,
Yeah.
but why not go for something that you're passionate about right now and try and strike up? And I was like, yeah, why not?
Yeah, absolutely.
Why not, actually?
Yeah.
So, yeah, then I was like, well, I'm going to give Gaz a call. And
And we did it, and here we are.
I know, yeah.
100 subscribers.
But also loving the journey.
Yeah.
Not just the destination.
Basically, now we're at 100, we're giving up.
Yeah. I'm going to set the dogs on you.
Little minx.
Definitely using that one. Say it to the missus. She'd be like, you what, mate?
100%. Just get really angry.
Do you know what's really annoying is when I started this, I had a few in my head, and I was like, I'll reel them off as we go.
Can't remember a single thing.
Gone. Absolutely. And they crept in once or twice, but we're in the middle of talking about something else, and got nothing now for you. So
Brilliant. Thanks for that little input there.
yeah.
Just letting you know, nothing. Thanks.
Fucker. That was a nothing comment. Massively.
100%. Just letting you know that I was really thinking of some great ones.
Yeah.
I can't remember them though.
You know what that kind of reminds me of?
What?
You were in my dream last night. Brilliant, thanks. What'd I do? I can't remember. I just remember seeing you. Fucking great. Great dream, mate. Good chat.
Someone said something really interesting the other day. Can't remember it though.
You're guilty of that.
Yeah.
Hey, that is you.
Yeah.
Oh, what was that? What that guy said? Oh, fuck.
It's an annoying thing where it's on the tip of my tongue and I know what I want to say, but I just can't articulate it. It's late.
Yeah, we always just go back to that, definitely.
Just remember that when we get to a million subscribers and we're doing this full time, we'll be doing this during the day.
Yeah.
And we will be live.
Mate. If anyone wants to sponsor the podcast,
we
don't have to work anymore.
We're going to start a PO box. So you just send us stuff.
I did say, and I'll stand by it, if we do a PO box and someone sends me something to wear on the podcast,
Yeah, you did say that.
I'll wear it.
And I am not going with that.
Unless it's offensive.
Unless it's
Or
offensive.
political.
Or political, yeah. And I'm still not going with that regardless.
Yeah. And it has to fit me.
Still not going with it regardless.
Yeah.
So I'll be wearing my normal black hoodie and jeans.
Yeah.
Brian will be in a pink dress. So,
They send it in.
mate, I think you'd look good in a dress.
Mate, what's wrong with wearing a dress? It's 2023.
It's true.
I can wear a dress if I want to wear a dress.
You can wear what you want.
Exactly.
I'm not here to slut shame you. That's wrong.
That's definitely not right.
What is it? What is the word? What is the word?
Just shame you.
Doing that thing again. I'm not here to... Nothing.
Just
nothing
shame me.
word. Shame you.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. It's got to be a something shame, innit? There's
No.
so many shames.
Dress shame you.
Dress shame.
Don't
slut
just call
shame,
everyone who wears a
fat
dress
shame.
a slut.
Essentially, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Put some trousers on your slag.
You don't want to see them legs. Huh?
Have you got your ankles out?
Yeah.
How dare
You
you?
think I just want to fuck you because you got your ankles out? You minx.
Oh, anyway, off that quickly.
Yeah.
Go on.
Fine.
Go on, you slut.
Yeah, I know, right? All right, so the last one. All right, this is actually just a question for you, a subject.
Okay.
What is your belief in philosophy and God? So, when I ask you that, do you think there's a place in philosophy for faith?
Yes.
Right.
But I don't entirely know why that would be in question. Because it's philosophical. It's not scientific.
Okay, yeah, that's an interesting point. So, I personally
Right.
don't see that faith has and religion has a place in philosophy because
Again!
yeah, philosophy.
How are you doing this?
I don't know. I don't know if anyone picked up on that.
Jesus Christ.
Philosophy. It's just because it's late. I think my tongue gets all tongue-tied.
God. It's
Philosophy.
hurting my feelings. Like the first couple of times it's funny. Now I'm like, Ryan, stop.
Philosophical.
You said that wrong again.
I know. I've realised that's how I'm saying it. Philosophical. That's what I'm saying when I'm saying it wrong.
Philosophical.
That's mad, isn't it?
Sorry, carry on.
Yeah.
I just derailed you there, sorry.
I know. Or she just railed me. Anyway.
Oh my God. Going switching from serious conversation
Yeah,
to...
I know, yeah. So anyway, I don't think, even though belief can often be in philosophy, in what I think philosophy is, I don't think faith has a place.
But it depends what you're meaning by faith doesn't have a place.
So like religion.
What, anything to do with religion?
I don't think because I think some, not that we've covered any,
Right.
but I do think some bring God into it.
Yeah. So I think that faith and religion are, although some of the stories and stuff like that, I don't believe are like real stories like some people do. I think books like the Bible and stuff like that are very good moral paths.
Yes, strongly agree with that.
Yeah, for you to take and like to set values and stuff like that.
But...
Yeah, obviously, but like as in it sets a nice moral path for you to go down in terms of, you know, the 10 Commandments, stuff like that. Don't cheat, don't steal, don't, you know, et cetera, et cetera. So I can't see why that wouldn't apply philosophically to...
Okay.
Like, because a lot of the philosophical sayings are to do with your behavior and future, you know, the way you should act and stuff like that, which I think you could bring in. And I'm not saying that the philosophy must base solely on God, like you must believe in God or X, Y, Z. I don't think you can take as like a philosopher. You still got me doing it now. Philosophical way of thinking. Because then I think that is just religion. Like if you're saying it in that sense.
What I think we're doing with the Bible here is they are just stories with a moral compass. I don't think they're philosophy.
Yeah.
So to me, that's not part of philosophy.
No, I'm not saying it's part of philosophy.
But then where do you think its place is?
The messages that it gives you.
But then, that's what I'm saying. I don't think that they're just a moral... I don't think they've got anything to do with philosophy.
But then do you not think part of philosophy is that? To set you down a good path, to guide you?
I do, but I don't think that they're... I personally, again, this is all personally, obviously. I think for some people it would work great involving God, because if you're religious, then why wouldn't it be? But I think philosophy should also always be generic. I think it should speak to the masses. I think a lot of what we read out there aren't many people that wouldn't get something from it.
So do you think involving religion excludes groups of people?
I do, yeah.
From... Really?
I do, yeah.
So you don't think people can just apply it? Because, you know, when certain stuff that's read and stuff like that, you take the underlying meaning. You don't take word for word value.
I'll give you an example.
Yes.
So, I think I've read this a while back, and obviously I got nothing from it, which is, in the dark of night, look to the stars, let the Lord be your shepherd.
Right.
I don't know what that means. I can't take anything from that. And I'm sure there are people who believe in God and that are listening to that and being going,
but then,
of course it means this, of course it means this.
That saying I don't think is philosophical. I think that's a religious saying.
But that's my point. But to some people, that is philosophical. It's almost like the... philosophical. I said it right. Oh, God's sake. Now you're making me...
The concentration on your face. It's...
Just dribbling. No, it's like the being planted one.
Yeah.
For me, that's philosophical.
Yeah.
But when you believe in God, that's the Lord is my shepherd. I must return to this path of...
Yeah.
It's their philosophy. But then it excludes people like myself.
Yeah, I think it's a thin line between the philosophy depending entirely on you believing in either a higher power or something along those lines. And it's going to be very difficult without me, and I'm not prepared for this, so I don't have like a saying that I can be like, well, this saying, if you think about it, is... it's difficult to say it without it, but if it's not entirely related to look to God and he'll tell you the way.
Yeah.
Because that's just religious. There's not an underlying meaning. The underlying meaning of that is trusting God.
Yeah.
Like,
that's just a religious... to some people, that is
but it's not philosophical, it's just religious.
But this is what I'm... So this is where I was trying to go with that.
Right.
Because I don't view it that way. But I imagine a lot of people do. That is their philosophy. That is their mindset.
But I think that's a thin line between philosophy and faith then.
That's why I'm asking you, does faith have a place in it?
I think you can relate faith to philosophy, but I think when you're looking at stuff like that, you're not delving so much into philosophy as you are just delving into faith. Like, I'm talking about that saying in particular.
Yes, yeah.
And it's really annoying that I haven't got something that I can be like, this is a saying.
This
that
was a
is
massive
religious.
off-the-cuff question. Yeah.
And I wish I did have something, because I do think you could have something that relates to religion that doesn't necessarily mean you must be religious to believe the underlying message.
Yeah, no, like I said, I don't dispute that. I'm sure there are some.
Yeah.
But from most, well, I'll probably go all religious, philosophical quotes that I've read, I can't really get anything from them.
I think if I read stuff like that, like the one you just gave me, I wouldn't look at it as philosophy. Mm-hmm. I would just look at it as religious guidance, as opposed to.
There you go, religious guidance.
Yeah,
yeah. I think that's possibly, but if you're not religious, it's very difficult to take anything from it.
Absolutely, but then that's why it's religious guidance and not, an all round thing.
I think that's obviously. I know I've just asked you that off the cuff. It was kind of a harsh question, to be honest with you, just to spring on you.
I feel like you should have prepped me for that.
Yeah, we do no prep work for any of these questions.
No, absolutely none.
For my next question, would you rather fight?
Would you rather be eaten by a lion?
Yeah,
there's always a lion in there somewhere, isn't there?
It's because you're doing it.
I'm like, of course you can fight a lion.
Yeah, first one every time.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm
all philosophical doubt.
Yeah, I've had enough philosophical
doubt.
I've had enough philosophical debate.
Philosophical. Why are you
philosophical? I'm keeping it now. I'm having enough philosophical debate.
And that was philosophical with Ryan. Right, part 2 of
Idioms, not from around. With games.
All right, so in this one,
yep.
Rather than in the first one, it was from around the world. These are just going to be sayings and idioms and stuff that are said quite a lot. And what I want from you is the meaning of it.
Yep.
To make sure you understand what it means.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And then just delve into what you think the origin might be, what you think it could have come from. All right?
Okay, yeah, I'm ready.
Let's go.
I'm so ready.
To bite the bullet.
So this is when you, like ripping off a Band-Aid. You just got to get done. That's to bite the bullet. I think it comes from a magician.
Mm-hmm. This has gone somewhere I didn't think so. Carry on.
Who wanted to do the trick of catching a bullet between his teeth.
Okay.
And I think that he didn't want to, doesn't want to do it. I think that's what to bite the bullet comes from.
Wow. That was a stretch.
I mean, I know it's wrong.
That was a stretch.
Either that or someone was going to get shot in the face.
God.
In war. And just,
and they were like, yeah, bite the bullet, mate.
Yeah, mate, just get out there and bite the bullet. So, yeah.
So, yes, you're correct. It means something to accept something difficult.
The magician thing. I was like, no way.
But it comes from the olden days when doctors were short on anaesthesia or time during a battle. They would ask the patient to bite down on a bullet to distract them from the pain. First recorded use of the phrase was in 1891 in The Light That Failed. There we go.
I think mine was better.
This is quite an interesting one. To break the ice.
Okay, yeah. So to break the ice is when, say, it's awkward and you're just going to say something, break the ice, break the tension, I think. It's the right way to word that. Where's it come from?
Yeah. Go on, mate. Go on. Find something out your arsehole here. Let's go.
It was a great expedition of 1803. Voyagers across the ice. The tension rising.
Please, I'm in this story. Go. I need you to.
Great Alexander takes you.
I'm so in for this. Jesus. Right. After that tale, this is going to seem ridiculous.
Go on.
So, yes, it means to break off a conflict or to commence a friendship.
Smashing.
Back when road transportation was not developed, ships would be the only transportation and means of trade. At times, the ships would get stuck during the winter because of ice formation. So, fairly similar to what you said. The receiving country would send small ships to break the ice to clear a way for the trade ships, and this gesture showed affiliation and understanding between two territories.
I like that a lot, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really great.
Oh, it's interesting.
Yeah, I'm going to remember that.
I want you to get this so badly, and if you do, I'll be so happy. To butter someone up.
Yeah, so to butter someone up is basically to kiss their ass, to kind of tell them they're great and blah, blah, blah. Where that comes from,
Mm-hmm.
Jesus wept. Now, I believe it comes from cake.
It's a very cake-related episode.
Yeah, and I believe it comes from the cooking side of it. So you have to butter the tray up so that it's non-stick. And I think that's what it comes from.
No.
What was I going to get it? Great Alfred of the 20th century.
If you had just gone mad simple, you'd have got this.
You just smacking butter on someone.
So it means to impress someone with flattery, which you correct.
Yeah.
It was a customary religious act in ancient India. The devout would throw butterballs at statues of gods to seek favour and forgiveness. Just to throw butter at someone, essentially.
Well, I mean,
Or
a
something.
statue.
I think you might know this one. Mad as a Hatter.
If you're a bit mad.
Yeah.
As Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Where's it come from?
Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, that's where you're going. I thought you might know this.
Mad's a Hatter. I thought that was from the Mad Hatter and Alice in Wonderland.
No, Mad Hatter. The Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland is named after the saying "Mad as a Hatter."
Oh. Yeah. Homeless Jim who used to make hats on the streets of London
He was fucking mental.
in the 17th century.
The passion.
Crazed, he was crazed. People would throw money at him, but he would just make hats.
They didn't want him to make hats. He just kept making them. So, in fact, what it says here, no, you didn't already know this one.
Oh,
Because
you
it
son of a
didn't
bitch.
originate from Lewis Carroll's Alice in Wonderland.
You bitch.
Just called you out
I know,
on
big
the
time,
thing.
Yeah.
It
Gutted. Philosophical. How about originate, mate?
That's not what it says. Its origins,
Oh,
an
even
easier
easier.
word. Its origins date from the 17th and 18th centuries, well before Lewis Carroll's book was published. All right, mate, don't carry
Come on,
on about it.
don't fucking.
17th
bury
century
me.
France, poisoning occurred among hat makers who used mercury for the hat felt. The Mad Hatter disease was marked by shyness, irritability, and tremors that would make a person appear mad. So yeah, the lining of the hat was mercury, and it would cause people
I
to
don't know
look
how
mental.
bloody hell you thought I might know that.
Yeah. Oh, because it's a known thing among certain circles. Where I looked at, I don't know. Who am I talking to?
I don't know. What microphone are you talking into?
So what I was trying to
Yeah.
say. Cat got your tongue?
Oh, obviously that means if origins. Means if you can't get a word out, can't speak. Cat got your tongue.
Mm.
Now I'm gonna go with cat, as in like, oh mate, I'm sorry, I'm gonna delve again. Okay,
Yeah, go.
I'm going like a cool cat, someone who was quick tongued, someone who could speak fast.
Mm.
And when he outspoke you, when you were just saying, you didn't know what to say, you know, he was like, yo, blah, blah,
I
blah,
didn't
blah,
expect
blah.
you to reach this much with them.
And I reckon you were like, just didn't know what to say back. And the cat had your tongue.
No.
Great.
No,
I
that
don't
wasn't it.
imagine it's that some cat cut your tongue once and now you can't speak. No, don't look at me like that. Don't do that.
No. So there's two here. Possible origins.
Can you give me a little clue? I don't know. I'm really into this.
Okay. One's from the English Navy, one of the meanings. One's from ancient Egypt. There'll be your two clues.
Does any of them involve an Egyptian god with a cat head? And she would use her magical powers to cut out your tongue.
I want you to carry on, though. Magical powers, carry on.
Yeah, to cut your tongue out.
Sorry, I missed that. Two.
No, just cut your tongue out.
The English Navy used a whip called the cat o' nine tails
I know that.
for flogging. The pain was so severe that it caused the victim to stay quiet for a long time.
Cat got your tongue.
Yeah. And another possible source would be from ancient Egypt, where liars and blasphemers' tongues were cut out and fed to cats. Whichever one you want to believe, carry on.
Okay.
Or There was a magical ancient Egyptian god who did when you did things.
Yeah.
Stops you
Cut
talking.
people's tongues out.
Barking up the wrong tree. Easy peasy, this one.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
So I'm going to guess, not guess. This means to approach someone with misinformation or something like that, and
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to guess someone was up a tree and a dog was barking at them, and they were barking at the wrong person. So they thought there was a home intruder or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But the dogs came out barking at them. Wrong person that they were barking at. Wrong intruder.
I don't know if to give you that or not.
Some sort of guard dog situation.
So, no, it's not guard dog. I mean, you're right with dogs.
And barking.
Obviously, yeah, because it's barking.
Yeah.
You're right with guessing dogs there.
Well, unless it was some sort of tree situation.
Apparently a huge moth.
That is massive.
I'm really hoping you can see that, yeah. So, yes, you're right. To have misguided thoughts about an event or situation. Refers to hunting dogs that chase their prey up a tree. The dogs bark, assuming that the prey is still in the tree when the prey is no longer there.
All right.
What are you just staring
Mate,
at?
that moth has encapsulated me.
To turn a blind eye.
To ignore something, to not approach something that you should, or something like that. To turn a blind eye, though, is interesting, isn't it? Because where would that originate? Turn a blind eye. Blind Gary, back in the day. He couldn't move his eyes,
Okay.
but one time a situation occurred,
Yep.
like a shooting, like a mugging,
Yeah.
something big going on,
Yep.
and he was able to move his eyes because he was so keen on not seeing it. So
That's to turn a blind eye.
Yep.
So you're correct on both accounts there.
fantastic,
It says
good old blind Gary.
Blind Gary.
Yep.
Had one blind eye. No. So the British naval hero Admiral Horatio Nelson had one blind eye. And once, when the British forces signalled for him to stop attacking a fleet of Danish ships, he held up a telescope to his blind eye and said, "I do not see the signal."
That's fantastic.
He attacked, nevertheless, and was victorious.
Good.
So, yeah.
Nice one, Nelson.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a bit of a dickhead thing to do.
Yeah, it is proper.
Actually.
Oh, you don't want me to attack him. Can't see it, mate. Sorry.
Yeah.
Caught red-handed.
Okay. Yeah, obviously it means to be found out. To be caught in the act.
That's the words I was looking for.
I didn't want to use the word caught again,
Wow.
but I've done it.
Found in the act.
Yeah. Discovered in the act. Well, to be caught red-handed. I think I've heard this before. I'm going to go with Native Americans
Mm.
and got red-handed. They, not to be racist, but I think it was Red Indians.
This is Ryan's face when he's trying not to be racist.
But also think deeply on the answer. Am I on the right track? If
No,
not,
not even slightly.
Yeah, right. Then one of them slapped a horse to set it free. Didn't realise he had some red paint on his hand. They were like, "Oh,
Why?
it must have been him who
I'm
slapped
sorry.
the horse."
Sorry. If you were going for red paint the entire time, why do you have to be a red Indian?
No, I just made that bit up because it wasn't Red Indians.
Oh, okay, got you.
So I was like,
Right.
well, I'll come up with some other way, but it was red-handed then.
So it originates from the Old English law that ordered any person to be punished for butchering an animal that wasn't his own. But the only way a person could be convicted is if he was caught with the animal's blood still on his hands.
That's wrong.
Oh, sorry. Yours was right, was
Thank you.
it? Yeah, sorry about
I
that.
swear it was something to do with Native Americans.
No.
I mean, I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I just was really sure.
You just really wanted it to be.
I really did want it to be.
That's inclusion. You're trying to include them. I
Mate,
appreciate
I think this has been a bit racist so far.
that. Now, I mean, I don't know. I've ever heard this saying in my life. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Never heard it either. That is new to me. Don't throw the baby out
With the bathwater.
with the bathwater. So I'm guessing what that means, because I am now guessing.
Yep.
is a bit like Don't Cry Over Spilt Milk.
Okay.
You've still got some good.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Something bad's happened. And I'm guessing the expression comes from story time.
Little Jimmy one day.
Yeah. Where would that come from? Don't throw the baby out with bathwater. I reckon back in the day, Victorian times, they used to have these baths with giant plug holes that a baby would fit down.
Yeah.
One day, pulled the plug. Down goes baby Louie with the bathwater.
No.
Shock.
I mean, close. So it means don't get rid of valuable things along with the unnecessary ones.
No, yeah, okay.
So in the early 1500s, people only bathed once a year.
Yeah.
Not only that, but they also bathed in the same water without changing it.
Mm-hmm.
Adult males would bathe first, then females, leaving the children and the babies to go last. By the time the babies got in, the water was clouded with filth. The poor mothers had to take extra care that their babies were not thrown out with the bathwater because they couldn't see them, because the water was that dirty.
Nice. Could you? This is one of the things when I think about like living back in those times, right? The smell,
Horrific.
like just like we have deodorant and everything like that now. Now you know when someone turns up on a hot day and they haven't put deodorant on that day, and they're walking around with their little BO body, and you're going, oh. Now imagine they did that all year without bathing at all.
Rank.
Fudge.
Rank.
I just don't know how. I don't know how life existed.
To give a cold shoulder.
I love the story behind this one. To give the gold
I'm so excited now.
is to ignore someone or something like that.
Yeah.
Right. Give the gold shoulder. During the Cold War, there was a famous agent called Belafonov, and he was Russian.
Yeah, of course, that's famous for a Russian name.
Yeah, and they beat him, the Americans, constantly for information. And they left him out in the cold constantly. And every time they probed him for information, he would just turn and show the back of his shoulder. And they always gave him, so he always gave the cold shoulder.
Oh, yeah, really interesting. No.
Okay.
That's probably incorrect.
Probably incorrect.
Yeah. So to give a cold shoulder, obviously, yes, to be unwelcoming or antisocial towards someone.
Mm-hmm.
And it comes from, in medieval England, it was customary to give a guest a cold piece of meat from the shoulder of mutton, pork, or a beef chop when the host felt it was time for the guest to leave. This was a polite way to communicate that you may leave now.
I would love for something like that to still exist.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be good?
Only because you'd love to give them out.
Yeah.
It's been nice 5 minutes. Here's your cold shoulder.
I would just love that.
Yeah. Just a polite way.
But that's what I mean, a polite way.
Yeah.
Because in today's society, it's, could you leave, please?
Yeah.
And that's awkward. I don't want to do that.
And people love to outstay their welcomes.
Oh, my God.
So much.
I'm kind of one of them, so.
He's still here.
Yeah.
To go the whole 9 yards.
That means, obviously, to complete the task, finish it, get it done. American footballer John Wilson to win the trophy that they win in America.
That's why I started laughing.
What is it called?
Because you definitely had no idea.
I do
Super
know.
Bowl.
The Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But the one before that, because that's too new.
Yeah.
The Good Bowl.
The Super Fork.
Yeah. You didn't go with plate.
No, yeah, sorry.
Your super plate. Yeah. And they threw him the ball.
Mm.
And to win the whole thing, he just had to go 9 yards.
Right.
And he went
The
the
whole,
whole
9
9 yards. Otherwise, it happened in the military
Right.
when they were 9 yards.
You went closer with military.
Yeah,
You did.
Yeah, because I mean, in my head, when I was telling that stupid American football story, I did think this has got to be military.
Yeah.
But I can't think of something where there's 9 yards. They were aiming for a target or something like that, and it was close.
You're never going to get it.
Okay. So you've heard my stories, mate.
So it means to try your best at something.
Yep.
During World War II, fighter pilots were equipped with 9 yards of ammunition. When they ran out, it meant that they tried their best at fighting off the target with the entirety of their ammunition.
I love that.
And they'd used the whole 9 yards.
Yeah. Okay. I like that.
Right,
I wasn't ever going for that.
This is
So.
a very easy one. If you don't get this, I mean, you're not as smart as everyone thinks you are. To let your hair down.
To go and have a good time.
Where does it originate?
Judges, when they would take their wigs off and then they could go and have a good time because they're no longer...
I'm very disappointed in you.
I've got no idea.
I mean, how have you not got this? It's literally self-explanatory.
Let your hair down. What, people used to just let their hair down when they want to have a good time?
No. So it means to relax or be at ease.
Yeah.
Yeah. So...
Wait. Is it because the hair's tight?
And they
So
let
to-
their hair down.
That's boring, though.
In public, aristocratic women of medieval times were obliged to appear in elegant hairdos that were usually pulled up. The only time they would let their hair down was when they came home and relaxed.
In all fairness, to let your hair
Judges.
down, I think has changed its meaning a little bit.
Why?
I don't think it means to relax anymore. Go on, let your hair down. Go and have a good time. Do something.
No, go and relax. Stop stressing. Go
I'm
relax.
sorry, I've never heard anyone be like, I'm just going to the spa, and they're like, yeah, let your hair down. I'm going on a night out. Let my hair down. I'm not relaxing. I'm getting mangled. So that's why I don't think I associated that with that. Because
Yeah,
I've seen
alright,
it
fair
to
enough.
relax,
Rub the wrong way.
to upset someone. And I believe this comes from the famous bull, El Matador,
Hmm.
El Nucho. And if you pet him, it was chill,
Yeah.
absolutely fine. But if you rubbed him up the wrong way,
Yeah.
he hated it.
Yeah.
El Nucho will spike you.
That's what
So
he said. Is that what El Nucho said?
yeah, and they say you better not rub him up the wrong way. And
Jesus Christ.
that's where it comes from.
Yeah, that's correct.
I
Good
thought
job,
so.
Ryan. Yeah, El Nucho.
Can you talk into the mic?
Sorry.
I don't know how much you've not been talking.
El
into the mic.
Nucho. So it's to bother or really annoy someone,
Great.
as you said.
Yep.
Early Americans during colonial times would ask their servants to rub their oak floorboards the right way. The wrong way, not wiping them with dry fabric after wet fabric, would cause streaks to form and ruin it, leaving the homeowner annoyed.
That's where it comes from. That's crazy.
Yeah. Alternatively, it could have derived from rubbing a cat's fur the wrong way, which annoys them.
Yeah, that's why I know the bull thing was silly, but
Yeah,
I did
yeah.
think it was just an animal.
Yeah, and that's it. That is all of the sayings.
I'm
that I
pretty
have.
glad that's finished.
Yeah. I mean, you were terrible at it, so I think you got one right. Even the very self-explanatory one of letting your hair down.
No, I
got
don't agree with
incorrect.
you on that one. I think that's incorrect because no, it's incorrect. That's where it comes from. But I think it's now stemmed from a different meaning to let your hair down. I do think it's now to have a good time, not a relaxing time.
Yeah,
That's
maybe.
why I was like, when the judges finish their days and they can let their hair down, and then they can just have a good time. They haven't got to be like, oh, I'm the judge. I have to be so. So
Like a robot.
yeah, I like to judge you. Silence.
That's the end of our episode. So that was a brand new format for our episodes.
Very philosophical as well.
Yeah.
Very
There was
deep.
a lot of chats, yeah. That was
I
not-
hope everyone can take something away from that
Mm.
and feel slightly enlightened,
Mm.
invigorated,
Yep.
fulfilled.
And if you have watched this long, please subscribe. I don't know if you knew, but we've actually hit 100 subscribers.
Yeah.
Don't know if anyone had told you. So, like, subscribe, leave us a little comment. Maybe leave your best philosophical quote down in the comments.
Do that.
Let us. Nope, got nothing. Guys, like, subscribe, share with all your friends. Let us know a philosophical comment in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. And
Yeah.
We'll see you next time. Much love.
Much love to you all.
I don't know why you wanna treat me this way.